Drafting with Numot is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com and GatheringMagic.com. Explore the game.
Finals, fight! We won the die roll. We're gonna opt to play first. Ooh, this is not a very good hand. If it had, like, a Plagued Rusalka instead of one of these swamps, and a forest instead of the other swamp. On the play versus an unknown opponent. Alright, time to get greedy. Time to keep it. I do think this is a mulligan generally, but, you gotta live on the dangerous side every once in a while. Opponent mulligan to 6, that's good for us. Maybe we'll draw, like, Nest Invader into Forest. That's like the dream, I think. Nest Invader into Forest. Alright, well, I'm not gonna complain about a creature that I can cast on turn 2. I will complain if I don't draw Forest on turn 3, because that'll be just so unlucky. Hey. Hey. Did you steal my Nest Invader? I think you did. Jerk. Alright, alright. Gotta pass the turn here. Turn 2 Bloodthrone into turn 3 Kozilek's, or sorry, turn 4 Kozilek's Predator is still pretty decent. Obviously not as good as having a Scion here on the battlefield, but you can't win them all, Kenji. Ugh. You can't win them all. Alright, well, he can't scatter, so I don't think there's any fear of attacking in for 1. Could have a pump spell. No, that's not even true. Yeah, definitely just attacking in. I'm going to go ahead and just lead in here with the Scion. If it gets countered, yeah, that sucks, but if it doesn't, then I get to go Kozilek's Predator next turn. Show me the money. I think Kozilek's Predator is better than Scion of the Wild in our deck. Scion of the Wild can just be dealt with anything. You know, random tokens, chump it for days. Kozilek's Predator gives us 3 creatures. And in a deck where you have Bone Splinters and Bloodthrone Vampire and Plagued Rusalkas, I think it's actually something that we'd like to have resolve a little bit more. Alright, well, I could go without drawing any more lands for the rest of the game and be happy. Resolve, please. No Mana Leakerino. No Stoic Rebuttal. No Mystic Snake, which I think we passed during the draft. Oh god, he's gonna Mystic Snake me. He's totally Mystic Snaking me right now. Why did I say that? I knew it too. Shouldn't have done it. Shouldn't have done it, Kenji. You knew better. You were smarter than that. Well, apparently you weren't, because you did it anyways. Oh god, pre-combat spells. 6 mana. Oh no! Oh, that's actually not that bad. It's a tempo play, sure, but I have some life to work with. I take it all. Alright, Nest Invader's not a bad one. Not a bad one. I'm just gonna pass the turn here. We aren't in terrible shape. Opponent still has 3 cards in hand. Probably just gonna take a hit from the Aether Snipe until I can play it a little bit safer with the Scion. Culling Dias. Alright, yeah, that's actually fine too. Just gonna pass the turn here. I will offer the trade for Scion and Aether Snipe now. That, or I can sack the Eldrazi Spawn. Oh, Jesus. This guy took all my scatters, apparently. This guy took my Eldrazi's. What's the best draw for us? Probably like Reassembling Skeleton. That would be the nut. Yeah. Reassembling Skeleton would give us fodder for Vampire, Culling Dias, a good blocker for many turns. Alright. Let's block with a token and sack it. If I draw a land next turn, I'm gonna just pop the Dias off for 1. Ooh, got there. Bam. That's lovely. That is extremely lovely. Oh, baby. We are going off. We are, in fact, going off. What do you got, opponent? What are you going to do to me? Don't do it. Whatever it is, don't do it. I got wombo combos for days, man. Wombo combos. Please, don't hurt me. Alright, let's see how the opponent attacks. Is this where he sends in the full team? The full brigade? Nope, alright. Happily accept that. Let's make a 1-1. I'm actually just gonna... Well, yeah, I'm gonna offer the trade here. I think this is good. If the opponent does something in response, we can Culling Dias it. I still get multiple creatures that are gonna go to the graveyard for Necrogenesis. Secrets? Vapor Snag? Do you have secrets? See, this doesn't actually work for the opponent, because I can sack the Bloodthrone Vampire in response... Oh, well, I meant to do it to Culling Dias, so that was a mistake. To fizzle it. Yeah, so I just lost a counter on the Culling Dias for no reason. That was pretty bad. I got excited. I'm sorry, guys. This is still okay, though. I mean, now this plays around another trick, I guess. But yeah, could have had an extra counter on the Culling Dias, which is very relevant. Drawing extra cards seems good. I'll see what the opponent wants to do here, though. I mean, if he has another bounce spell, then I'm going to be able to use the Culling Dias anyways. So... Tank, tank, tank. I mean, he's got to have something here, right? Otherwise, he would just pass priority. Does he have double Vapor Snag? Wow. I feel like the opponent could have played this a lot better than if he had double Vapor Snag. And in fact, what? This doesn't work. Okay, so not only did I get to fizzle both Vapor Snags and get the same value from my Culling Dias, I'm still trading the snipe away. And now I have 2 more creatures to go into the graveyard. I can't help but think that that was not the play that the opponent wanted to make. I can make 2 tokens. I think I'm going to draw an extra card here by sacrificing one of my dudes, though. We'll cash this in for 3. We have so many good hits. Plagued Rusalka being one of them, ladies and gentlemen. And just like that, with the opponent on the top deck, with us with the Bone Splinters, we are sitting on the gravy train. Now we're looking to draw either Scavenger Drake or Algae Gharial. Both of those cards would be absurd for us. Gonna go ahead and just use this mana. Start taking care of the opponent's creatures. Since we're not going to always have enough time to use our black sources. Yeah, sitting pretty happy here. Like, honestly, it's so frustrating to play against this type of thing. Like the opponent, again, just passing. Can't do anything. Alright, let's eat that Mystic Snake. We can afford to pass here now. Tukatongue's a great draw. I can attack with my saplings. Opponent just takes, sure. I'll pass the turn back over to you, buddy. Yeah, the power of tokens with Plagued Rusalka. And the opponent just scoops. So, if this doesn't show you the power of what this strategy is trying to do, I don't know what would. I can't say the opponent played perfectly. The Vapor Snags were a little bit loose, but there wasn't much that he could do because we had the Bloodthrone Vampire and the Culling Dias. But Necrogenesis, Plagued Rusalka, I'll kill your creature, I'll get some more creatures, etc., etc., etc. Yeah, so. Looks like the opponent's on the blue-green tokeny deck. We didn't really see the graft. So I think I do bring in Shrivel here. Again, yes, it is awkward in our deck. I still think it is worth it. I'm going to go ahead and take out the Crusher. And we're going to ship it back like that. Really enjoying these games. Decks with as much synergy as these ones are the most fun to play. Even more so than like the synergetic affinity lists or anything like that. Alright, opponents on the play. We have an insane hand. We have turn 2 Nest Invader, Turn 3, Kozilek's Predator. Turn 4, Dread Drone. And then we have the Bloodthrone Vampire to go with it. One of the better hands we could open up with. Just looking for a Plagued Rusalka or something like that to just make it even more bonkers. There it is. You ask for it, you'll get it. I'll happily trade off the Nest Invaders if the opponent wants to attack here. We don't mind having cards in our graveyard. We just want to survive until we can get all the synergies going. Alright, I will block if you want to attack. No attacks, no lands. Alright. Again, looking to draw swamps instead of mountain, or sorry, swamps instead of forest, but can't be upset with this. I should have actually attacked with Nest Invader there. We know the opponent has Convoke card, yeah, whatever this is. I don't know what this could be. Okay, so the opponent's trying to cast Scatter the Seeds with the Eldrazi spawn and then sacrificing the Eldrazi spawn, but you can't actually do that. It's all the costs are paid at the same time. So he can't tap the Eldrazi spawn for Convoke and sacrifice it for mana. That doesn't work. Well, I don't want to seem like a dick and say you can't do that, but it's clearly what he's trying to do. Alright. No, it does not. Well, here is a little look into the rules of Magic. But yeah, pretty clear that the opponent's trying to scatter the seeds by convoking the Eldrazi spawn and sacrificing it. That is not something you're allowed to do. Alright, so we'll go to the next turn. Hopefully the opponent doesn't hit a land. As rude as that sounds. Well, the opponent did, so okay. Scatter the Seeds is something the opponent has. I guess we're just looking for like Shrivel. Shrivel's not even that good anymore. What's the game plan? I want to get the Plagued Rusalka out, but man, I don't have enough black sources for this. If the opponent wants to double block my Kozilek's Predator, I'm fine with that. Killing the Graft Mage. As it stands, I think we're just going to get the Rusalka out. Pass the turn. Looking to draw some Swamperinos. Swamperino? If we do draw Shrivel, I can float mana with the spawn, move the Flayer Husk to the Rusalka. Okay, there we go. Alright, so let's attack in here with the Germ, the Predator, and the Nest Invader. We have 2 black sources for the Rusalka at this point. All I am is tempo. Yeah, well, we know he has double Vapor Snag and Aether Snipe at the very least. Just takes the 5. Alright, I am A-okay with that. Yep. Alright, we'll just play it out. If he has Mystic Snake, he has Mystic Snake. I'm not going to play around it. He's shown that he has Scatter the Seeds. So I was more inclined to believe that he had that instead. But apparently, he had the snake. Alright, the opponent has a decent attack here, although on the crackback I can deal more. What do you got? Is he going to sack the spawn and play Snipes? This could be a Wesley Snipes. This could be Wesley Snipes. It is in fact Wesley Snipes. Okay. Would you like to graft? Yes. Would you like to bounce? Yes. Plagued Rusalka back in hand. Alright. Take it all. Take it all. All 4 of it. I'll take it. Alright. Drew the Swamp. Good news for us. That means I get to attack in with the Predator if I would like to. Actually, watch this. I'm going to sack the Germ to and make Aether Snipe smaller. Move the Flayer Husk over, since I was going to sacrifice it anyways. Attack with both my 3s. This kind of baits him into thinking that maybe I just didn't realize that he grafted onto the Snipe. And then post-combat main phase, I can play the Swamp and sack an Eldrazi spawn to kill the Snipe. Because, I mean, it's very hard for him to just take 6 damage here, right? Although, granted, because it is hard for him to take 6 damage, he's probably going to block anyways. We'll see. Well, I guess I can't play around the Swamp. Yeah, exactly. Alright. And the block. Play the Swamp post-combat. Block? Yes, no, maybe so. Alright. And we'll sack one of our Spawnerinos and pass the turn. Could still lose this game if the opponent has like a Plock Worm or something. I don't really have any of my engines going. Like, true, I do have Plagued Rusalka, but without like the Reassembling Skeleton or the Necrogenesis. Ooh, and that could be very problematic too. That's something that I probably need to kill. Flyers are certainly problematic, and he's making it a 4/4. Yikes. Okay. That's not good for us. Nor is drawing a forest. That is also not good for us. Definitely just attacking me with Nest Invader here. Happy to trade it for both of these. Happy to trade it for... Well, I could even sack the spawn and the Plagued Rusalka. But I think we just want to keep the Rusalka still. I think we want to keep the Rusalka still? Yeah. It's too important. Alright. Lots of good draws for us. Definitely a lot of good draws for us. And we have plenty of life to work with. Just don't Palaka-Laka me. And if you do, I'm going to need to draw Bone Splinters. But by then you've already gained 7 life, and you would have drawn an extra card. Basically what I'm saying is, just let me draw Necrogenesis. Or a Reassembling. Alright, another Plagued Rusalka. Something to watch out for is the opponent Vapor snagging their own Mystic Snake to counter something. Here's the scatter, it looks like. Now we knew the opponent had that already. No Emmys. No Emmys. Well. Here comes the team. Kablam. Nope. Alright. We survive another turn. Predator, not a bad draw. Definitely not a bad draw. things are starting to get real for us. I love Kozilek's Predator. I know I've said it hundreds of times, but... Oh, so he is going to make that play. Okay, so... I can sack creatures in response here to get rid of that snake. I think that's worth it. I think we sack the Bloodthrone Vampire and the Plagued Rusalka. Oh, no, 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 no! Oh, God. I let it resolve. Oh. Well, obviously that was a mistake. I meant to sack the other Plagued Rusalka to let the Kozilek's Predator survive. That might cost me the game now. Not what was meant to happen. We're still not in awful shape. We still have plenty of draws, but having one less Plagued Rusalka and having a Kozilek's Predator plus 2 Eldrazi spawn tokens would have made this game a lot easier. I'm definitely fine trading off Plagued Rusalka here for the Mystic Snake. We only need one Plagued Rusalka anyways, and equipping the Flayer Husk is still going to let it eat all of the 1/1 tokens. Alright, well, maybe a little bit punished by drawing Scion there. But yeah, I mean, clearly just a mistake on my part. Clicked through it too quickly. Had I had the Kozilek's Predator instead, I think this game is just already over as it stands. We give you guys a little bit more of a sweat. What do you got for me? Narcolepsy? Yes, indeed. Alright, that's fine. And last card in hand, Cathodian Shirt. Alright. Not going to sack the Scion just yet. We can wait until he attacks with, like, Nest Invader. Currently, only the Cathodian can attack on the opponent's turn, and we're both living off the top deck, so... Still sitting fine. Alright, I'm going to ship the team. I will make that play. I will take my 6 damages. I will hopefully draw Necrogenesis. Grim Affliction. Alright, that's not bad either. Uh-oh, and do you have another scatter? Jeez, okay, so now I need to draw the Shrivel. Or Necrogenesis. Both are good for us. But I'm going down to 2 here. Yeah. I mean, this game is just 100% different if I don't mistakenly click through. But we're not dead yet. Again, we have a draw step to find something. Maybe not anymore. Ooh! No, but the flyer kills us. So my only out here is for the opponent to block, which he might actually do, because I could have Vines of the Vastwood. And he's winning with the tokens anyways, so this is a block that the opponent could very easily make. What's he want to play around? Vines or Shrivel? It's much more likely to have Vines in your deck than Shrivel. Let's see if the opponent buys. Nice! And we have ourselves a game. Oh, this game is absurd. We're both living off the top. Again, I think this game is already over if I had used the Predator. Who's going to draw a creature first? Oh no! That doesn't do anything yet. Alright, and we can make that huge! I have 9 mana, I can pump it 3 times. Deal! Oh my. We have a game. It's lethal when I equip the Flayer Husk, so if the opponent doesn't have another creature, or Vapor Snag, we might just get this one. Oh, this is such a silly game. All of this could have been avoided. All of this could have been avoided. Oh. Oh, well, if nothing else, it made it that much more interesting for you guys, I'm sure. Yeah, not gonna complain. First place, some sweet games, a Mox Opal, you know, just everything you could ever ask for. That was one of the better drafts I've done, both deck-wise and, well, I guess the ending there. As always, folks, don't forget to check me out on my YouTube at Numot the Nummy. You can follow me on Twitter at Numot the Nummy. And, of course, I stream on twitch.tv almost every single day. That's twitch.tv/Numot the Nummy. Thanks for tuning in on this episode of Drafting with Numot, and we will see you guys back next time. Take it easy.